All right, let's look at the new ship and then we will jump into the flight model updates. The Prowler Utility. Honestly, I have nothing really to say going into this one. I am interested in hearing how they want this to kind of become a useful ship to people. And I don't know, maybe there's a reason this is coming into the game and they're going to do something tricky in 4.3. Who knows? Let's see.
The Prowler Utility is a brand new dedicated cargo ship with enhanced stealth abilities.
Oh, see, now that's an animation. That is an animation, my friends. Can we just...
With enhanced stealth abilities.
It trades some of its combat capabilities for more industrial uses.
If you don't want to get detected doing your cargo runs, this is the perfect ship.
This ship is for someone who...
I think the 404i was probably a better choice, to be honest. That, my friends, hero cross section.
Wants to do cargo, who wants to remain stealthy, and who wants to look sick doing it.
The Prowler Utility is different from the baseline Prowler.
Because we had to carve out extra space for the new cargo, that meant that the belly section of the ship had to increase in size just a tiny bit.
Oh, it got that
also
jump. It looks like if the Banished from Halo took a Prowler from the UNSC and like added their own bits on it. I'm really grateful that if there was one ship that they took from the Final Fantasy series, it was the Prowler. That ship's so cool looking.
Has a ventral size 2 remote tractor beam, which can be accessed from the pilot or co-pilot seat.
And that'll allow you to move cargo freely in and out of the ship. The base version of the ship has these feathers on the wings, which get deployed down when you land, but those are no longer really needed since the functionality is slightly different.
Now they just look cool.
And so what we've done now is when you land with this ship, those feathers get tucked up, giving you more space to actually move cargo. With this ship, those feathers get tucked up, giving you more space to actually move cargo around the ship freely.
It features 2 size 4 guns under the wings instead of the original 2 size 5 guns, while retaining the remote turret on top with the 2 size 3 weapons.
What's the SCU on this? What did they say? 32? With the turret, that's not a bad touch. I mean, it's a defensible small scale cargo runner. It's hard to come up with a reason for this because we don't have the specific needs, but they could definitely make needs for this ship, just like they could make needs for all the other ships we've gotten, but they haven't necessarily. So let's keep watching.
As the Prowler Utility is a variant of the Prowler, rather than a standalone chassis, it gets to share all the cool paints between both versions. And existing Prowler owners, of course, get...
But how are they going to advertise the paints? Oh my gosh, that has rubbed people. And for good reason, like, you know, show people what they're buying.
To benefit from all the new paints that come with the launch of this vehicle.
We've updated the lighting quite a bit in order to sort of just give a little bit more feedback to the player. We've chosen to really lean into sort of the...
Bro, that animation looks so cool.
...that we've been doing on the interior of the Prowler in general, and push that to the exterior. And so if you're coming down above someone, you just look like this incredibly aggressive silhouette with red lights flashing everywhere.
Bro! That was such a cool shot.
Aggressive silhouette with red lights flashing everywhere.
It looks like a boarding ship, dude. That looks like it's about to just use some cloth to latch onto the top of the ship, and some freaking badasses with one too many guns are going to drop in and kill everybody else on the inside. You know, a standard Star Citizen activity, right? Introduce a cargo ship, turn it into a... Man, why doesn't this just drop Icties out of the bottom? This should be the drop ship from Edge of Tomorrow. You know the Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, Groundhog combat day? Like, this looks perfect to tie a cable on the back of a Nicti and drop it out. And it's like, it's stealthy, so it makes sense. That would be sick. You think you're gonna be able to store these in there? That would be cool. This is a very cool looking ship. Okay, I can't speak towards the functionality, but holy crap, they actually made it look cooler.
I think it looks awesome.
Compared to the base Prowler, we have stripped out the lower interior
by removing the main section of drop seats and replacing that with a 32 SCU cargo hold,
and added a sort of clamshell door opening on the undersides to allow easy access to the cargo bay.
Brother, oh my gosh. It's just the coolest. They could keep showing me that all video and I'll just keep pausing and annoying you guys
Door
about
opening
it.
on the undersides to allow easy access to the cargo bay.
It essentially looks like a face hugger, but it face hugs your cargo.
There's a new engineering room on the upper deck, which is previously where a component closet was, and it retains 3 of the 4 jump seats.
It looks like there's a little bit of an some graphical artifacts on the video. Yeah, I see that. That might be my capture card. Apologies to everybody watching. I'll have to unplug and plug it back in, see if I can fix that.
4 jump seats up front in the co-pilot foyer.
Oh, that's bad. Look at that. Hold on a second. I don't know what's been going on with this thing. It might be the HDMI cable. I'll try and change that out after this video.
And replaces one of those drop seats up.
Is this new armor? No, this is the Tavaran armor that came with the Prowler originally. I think it's just a different color. It's usually red and white.
4 jump seats up front in the co-pilot foyer, and replaces one of those drop seats with a storage rack for handheld cargo boxes. I'm super happy with how it turned out, and I'm excited to see.
Okay, see now, that right there was what I thought the raft would be great for. Not even landing. Getting your cargo in and out without even leaving the ship, without touching the ground. That's a very, very, very valuable thing to be able to do, especially if you've got, this is before base building. Once bases are in the game and you have people that are on the base that you're coming to get stuff from, you could have a ground team that's always on the ground and you literally never have to land. I always thought that the crane was going to do that with the raft, and I was a bit bummed that they took that away.
I'm super happy with how it turned out, and I'm excited to see the feedback from players and how they end up using it in the game.
We wanted to try and come up with an arrangement of the cargo hold and the tractor beam in such a way that you could potentially swoop in and grab cargo that maybe necessarily doesn't belong to you. My dream would be to just see a bunch of people stealing other people's cargo with this thing in the dead of night and just flying off into the distance without ever landing, which would be super sick.
I'm just super excited that we get to launch a more accessible version of the Prowler, which I think is a fan favorite visually, but has just never had its time in the verse. So hope to see lots of.
I think that confirms that this is the fan favorite ship that they're making a variant of. I think in like the March monthly report. Honestly, all this scenario sounds really cool, and it looks like it'll be cool if it plays out. But we all know that there are quite a few mechanics that make this not as common or not possible in the way they're showing here. I don't think that's a permanent thing. I think we just need some better scanning, better understanding of emissions and stuff, and I could see where this might be helpful.
Of these flying around now.
Now, all that fun, good stuff and love being said, this is, in my opinion, clearly a ship that's been made to be sold. Like, they need to sell a ship every month this year, just about. And they needed one for Alien Week. It's the perfect time to sell another ship, and they're definitely not going to do the Raylan right now. So a variant of something existing, and the Santok Yai and the Kar2 All are pretty unique. You could probably do like an E-War version of those, but the Prowler seems like a fairly good bet. It also looks really cool. Like, this is incredibly cool looking. Does it have a use case in game right now? Sure, you could find one. Is it enough use case to validate getting the ship? For most people, no. Are they going to make more use cases that'll probably fit it? I hope so. I don't think it'll be too hard. All they really need to do is allow us to fine-tune emissions and give us reasons to get in and out of places with something. They can make it whatever the heck they want it to be. It could be waste. We've got dangerous radioactive toddler daycare on the surface of Aberdeen, and we can't let anybody know where this toddler daycare is, so we need you to stealthily fly in to pick up all of the waste. There you go. Go throw down how much money? 300. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you ever wanted to stealth run a couple packages in a game that doesn't have package stealth running right now, the loading system for it seems awesome. I do think that there's a lot of potential in more cargo ships that, God, this looks so cool. Oh my gosh. It's got like a little bit of Nebuchadnezzar in this. It definitely looks like a bird of prey in a shot like this. The cockpit looks sick from the bottom. These look cool. Dude.